Hi everyone. This is going to be really quick, but I wanted to just show you guys a little bit of information. And I was in the last video talking about fire letters. And Darth was like, wow, I want to see the fire letters. And this is where I have seen the fire letters. It's in this book that I have. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe you can see it like that. It's the Yahweh book. And it's the Book of Knowledge, the Keys of Enoch. And these are fire letters. And this says, the keys to the universe to come tell us, beware of the abomination of desolation, which is found wherever the sacred scriptures of light are held in disrespect before the assembly gathered in the name of the living God. And it says, remember the words of Jesus, for false Christs and false prophets will arise, and they will give great signs and wonders, so as to mislead, if possible, even the chosen ones. Look, I have forewarned you. Therefore, if people say to you, look, he's there, he's in the wilderness, i.e., away from public service, do not go out. Look, he is in the inner chambers, denying the physical return of Christ, but emphasizing only the inner soul. Do not believe it. For yes, the shepherd Jesus speaks to his sheep. He tells us of the universe to come and how higher evolution will come to collect the faithful when the heavens are fully opened and all signs have been fulfilled. Then the mitzvahs, Israel, the covenant of Israel, will understand the words of Jesus. Immediately after the tribulation, those days the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from heaven and the powers of heaven will be shaken. Thus break in the sixth seal. And then and only then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven. And then all the tribes of earth will beat themselves in lamentation. And they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he will send forth his angels with a great trumpet. The seventh seal is then broken, and the old program of Israel is rolled up and delivered to the heavens, and they will gather his chosen ones together from the four winds, from one extremity of the heavens to the other extremity. The meaning is this: keep on the watch for the Orphanim, the messengers of light, and the paradise sons, which serve Joshua, who cometh in the name of Yahweh. Why? They had 4 Y's, uppercase, after the name Yahweh. They put comma, why. And it's interesting because right now we're seeing this symbology with the Y everywhere on this this head thing, this virus thing. It's the symbol of it is that Y, and they're saying it's associated to the white rabbit, and that's the affecting of the crown. So it's a crown thing, and it says, at this time the righteous will understand, just as the Old Testament was the age of the Father, the New Testament was the age of the Son, and this new age is the age of the Holy Spirit. Let us now rejoice in these words, the kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. And this is about the crown being activated, and this is about the new king coming. And this is blowing my mind because we have just heard the announcement of the new king. And this was information that is, to me, blowing my mind because it's the as above, so below. It's the reflection of what's coming. So June 1st, 2020, we found out that we have a new king, and his name is King John III. And this information came from a couple different people that are reporting on it. And this one website or YouTube I was watching was called Dave's Wild Camping. And the name of the video was Meet the New King of England. And I'll probably try to tag that in the description below. But so we get the meaning of coronavirus, and it's we crown him. So we crown him. So Joseph Gregory Hallett announced his claim of the throne being the Christ. And Christ is a title, and it's a name, and it's an ancient bloodline. So Queen Anne Boleyn avoided her execution in 1536. They faked it to preserve the bloodline. This is interesting because Saint Germain warned her that she was going to die. This is blowing my mind, the correlations with the information I've been looking at for the last 20 plus years. Revolving the Nasara Trust and the Saint Germain and the Ascended Masters and the creation of the Constitution and our Bill of Rights. All this stuff is starting to come together, and it is very interesting. So apparently, Queen Elizabeth is not the queen anymore because this guy's claim that he is the Christ line, and apparently he put forth, so Queen Anne Boleyn avoided her execution in 1536 at the Tower of London. She did not die. So April 5th, King John made a statement of claim, and he sent all of this out on April 1st, 2020, and he put forth the statement of claim to declare the illegitimate conception of King George V. So he put forth a statement of claim declaring that King George was from an illegitimate bloodline birth, which disregarded him as the legal authority for kingship, which would make his daughter, Queen Elizabeth, ineligible to hold the throne or the crown. So King John III made this claim of the statement of claim, and this was found to be accurate. And the title of Queen Elizabeth after this would be struck as null and void. They said she was then struck with a black wand, and her title was now deemed null and void. And this might be why we see Windsor Palace boarded up, and we've seen the official royal crest brought forth down over the gates, because the symbology there with the unicorn on the ground and the broken chain, that means the true genetic line has surfaced, and their false bloodline chain, I don't know if it's false or not. This is like what I'm seeing with the symbology. The chain has been broken. So, and the unicorn was on the ground and the lion was still up there. So apparently that was a message to us that the royalty house was definitely shifting, and they evacuated and they left the palace. So so through Queen Anne, her grandson, who was Sir Walter Raleigh, was born with the title of Christ, July 1596 to 1609 or 10, that area right in there. So Queen Anne, her grandson, was born and given the actual name and title of Christ. So Joseph Gregory Hallett was born on Rosh Hashanah, on the day of the Messiah, Ovid, the Messiah. He pulled the sword from the stone. He joined the kingdoms and joined time, reinvigorating England's royal Holy Grail lineage, the Sangreal, the Christian mystery lineage. I was just reading to you in the Book of Secret Wisdom They said the true name of Christ was mystery. Mystery. So the Christian mystery lineage inherited the title of the Christ. That's my beautiful daughter. So the Christian mystery lineage, they inherited the title of Christ from his great 10 back grandfather, Sir Walter Raleigh. Certification of the title of Christ automatically would make him the King of England. Queen Anne Boleyn and Sir Walter Raleigh, they said, were both slayed at the Tower of London, but it was faked, and they lived and they did not die. So the Pope and Queen Elizabeth both confirmed that they were not dead and that they did escape the execution. They certified that their executions were faked and both bred, resulting in G. Hallett. So he was a living heir of their family lines that they had procreated. So this truly would make him the King of England if this is one of the Christ, because that's why the royal family, they rule, is because they say they're from the bloodline of the Christ. So they are the descendants of Queen Eleanor of Aquitaine, which is the queen consort of France, 1157. She instituted the Christian ministries for the Holy Grail lineage. 27 generations to be gone by until this bloodline again has been uncovered. The Royal Holy Grail bloodline, the Sangreal, revealed by Joseph Gregory Hallett, King John III. Man, you can't make those bells up. So, King John III. Through Queen Anne, we have been given this lineage. And like I said, they tried to eliminate it when they got rid of Queen Anne Boyle, so they thought. But because she did not die, and she was, the death was faked, and she escaped it, she was able to continue the lineage. And through that, we have the return of the Sangreal. So instead of, when we look at Queen Victoria's coat of arms, her gold monogram is a blood print and hair, the white rabbit. The white rabbit. The white rabbit is the symbol of the royal blood heir. It's a DNA code. The royal family has gone into hiding, and they have abandoned the throne and the crown. This statement was also received and certified by Prince William. On April 1st, 2020, Joseph Gregory Hallett, King John III, delivered certified legal documents to the Queen, QE2, the Pope, Francis, and 10 other high authorities. April 10th, the Pope announced Joseph Gregory Hallett on Easter Friday to be the all-powerful sovereign. April 21st, the Queen, on her birthday, used Ashley Mattingly to announce G. Hallett is the main sovereign, and she did that on her birthday. And she was stamped it Central Tribulation. Central Tribulation, she stamped it. Tribulation, that means complete utter chaos has just hit the fan. April 23rd, Prince William announced Gregory John Hallett as the new Hallett sovereign, ISIS chosen Christ, Haishimach, King of England. That's from Prince William. It's funny because we've been seeing the symbol NHS, New Hallett Sovereign. Here is, this is where we usher in the Saint Germain information, the Nasara and the Jasara Holy Bloodline Trust. This is all this stuff coming into play. And like I said, be careful that this is not a crazy, this could be complete, utter, the greatest deception we've ever seen, because, the Lord said that, this will be so good, even my chosen elect will not see. So we need to use discernment. There's some big stuff happening right now, guys, with our financial institutions. A lot of you, let me know in the comments if you want to know about the Nasara Jasara stuff, because a lot of people are not very aware of the Nasara Jasara, and it's kind of a really cool story, and it has a pretty strong foundation, and it does appear that it might have some very strong validation of its truth and of its true wealth and holdings of gold. So the Nasara, there's basically like what the basics of it is that it implements no more income tax, all debt forgiveness. It's basically the Jubilee spoken of in the Bible. Pensions and seniors would be taken care of. New medicine and new forms of healing would be integrated into the system, with the additional 6,000 patents for free energy devices and new energy for the world. And money will be returned. So like from the people who took it, it'll be returned back to the people and the sovereign. So this was all supposed to actually go into effect. Literally, it was going into effect because it was made law. I'm pretty sure by gunpoint to the head by President Bill Clinton. He actually signed it into law in 2001. It's very hard to find information about this, and it's the actual Nisara. It's not Jasara. That's what was signed into law in the United States by Clinton, Bill Clinton. And this was done, and it was put into law, and this was supposed to go into effect September 11th, 2001 at 10 a.m. Isn't it ironic that about 9 o'clock in the morning was when the attacks started on the World Trade Center? So the buildings were hit right before this was supposed to be transferred over, and the powers were supposed to be transferred over, and all the money was supposed to be being switched over, and the Jubilee was supposed to take place. And that was the main reason that the destruction of the FBI and the CIA secret document building number 7 was destroyed, because it held a lot of information that was going to help bring all of this stuff into fruition with where the money went. So Donald Trump is also, I'm pretty sure, part of the Christ lineage. His father's middle name is Christ and his mother's name is Mary. Not kidding. So, like I said, there's a few videos that go over this information. I would highly suggest that you guys watch them. I will link you up to one, and through that one you can actually find some others. So this is the latest from your King John III. And so G. Hallett wrote this, and this is what he wrote. An Aramaic Christian prayer for the new age. To that which gave birth to the cosmos, immerse me in your fire of creation. Render me wise, with love and equity to share. Free me from karma, and those around me from debt, and ensure I have enough to live on. My hands and heart are ready. Animate the earth beneath my feet and set my heart free. Let your harmony vibrate my will. Immerse me in sound and light so that I may experience your breath of life. Let my will be a fractal of your harmony, vibration. Give lively strength to my new purpose. And renew me as a song of beauty from age to age. I return my vibrating light into your astonishing cosmic fire. By Joseph Gregory Hallett, King John III. So now we're looking at fires and floods and riots and plagues and financial destruction. Monetary system is falling apart. The truths are being revealed at an exponential rate. The Pope is hiding and the Queen gave back her crown. Trump apparently has taken over the Federal Reserve and has put the stop on the WHO and the CDC looks like might be next. Things are changing at a very rapid speed, very rapid. So follow the white rabbit, y'all. It looks like this might be very important. How deep this must go. Is this the second coming of Christ? So if we see in it, if we come to see it happen below, we should be seeing it above. So we should be seeing this come together if this is actually what it is. But be careful. Things are tricky, so we need to use discernment and tread carefully upon these new waters that we might be sailing upon. So all I know is that things are getting really, really exciting and really crazy. And also really good news, guys. Last night we had some stuff going on here in Arizona with the riots and all the craziness. And our town did a really good job because all the people that started gathering for the rioting, they wanted to do peaceful riots, so, but the ones that were starting to do damage and destroy things, the other people got involved and told them, no, we're not having it. We won't let you destroy our country and our nation and everything else. And they literally tackled them and held them down until the police could detain them. So we got out pretty good last night with, a minimal amount of damage done. I'm sure that they were trying to do a lot more than they did, but because we came together and said, no, we're not going to stand for destruction and burning our stuff up and stuff. It was actually the intervention of the people and then, the final assistance of the police force that got things under control here. And they had planned information going out to several locations and literally they only got about 2 of them out of about the 8 that they had planned. So we're pulling together as a community and we're trying to stop and support and help, to stop the bad guys from breaking and destroying things. I mean, everybody's about having freedom of speech and peaceful protest and, having your voice and your heart heard. But man, when you're hurting other people and destroying their livelihood and burning their businesses down, this is hurting innocent people, and that's something that we just can't tolerate as a community or as a humanity. So stand together, guys, and try to stop the chaos. And when the chaos is going really crazy, get away from the chaos, because chaos will attract more chaos to it. So let it consume itself in its own energy, because that's truly how it works. And if we stand together and we protect that we love through love, we'll accomplish everything we want and more. So know that. And like I said, Arizona did a great job last night. And hopefully it stays that way, because, I'm sure this isn't the last of what the attempts will be, but we're going to get stronger and more aware and more awake and stand together and try to stop the destruction of all the things that we love. So we can do this, and we will do this together. So stay strong, my friends, and I love you all. And remember, we're all in this together. Where we go one, we do go all. So stay strong, stay focused. Look at all the changes and the new potentials. And this could be a window of change that a lot of us have been hoping to see for our whole lives. And that would be me for sure, because I always came here knowing I would see amazing things and that we came here to be like Jesus, which means that we would all start to act and operate like Christ. And with that, the energy of Christ is now manifesting on our planet in multiple ways. So embrace that truth and know, guys, we are winning. So I love you all, and thank you so much for being a part of this and going on this journey and being awake and aware and seeking every day to learn more about what we're here to do and how we can best serve and help and accomplish bringing heaven to earth. So I know it might not look like that, but guys, I think we are in the Great Tribulation, sitting in the middle of Revelation, going through the apocalypse, which is the great revealing. So here we go. I'll see you guys soon. I love you. Darth, I hope you liked your fire letters. Oh, and I'll show you a couple more real quick, because there's many in here. Okay, I'll just go to another one. Okay, this one. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's you. The keys to the living biophysical and astrophysical universe are the living light pyramids of life existing within every structure, within every field of creation. So, I've had this book for a very, very long time, and it's kind of beat up, but it's amazing. Okay. This one's kind of cool. Like I said, use discernment with this, guys. Trust your own guidance and your own intuition. Use what really resonates with you and go with your soul and your gut. Don't go with your brain. You got to go with what you know, and what you know is in your heart. Listen to your tummy and listen to your heart. Can't lie. So, this one, the key name given to enter into the presence of the throne light pyramid of the next universe is Metatron. Metatron. Enoch transformed into the angel of light and took on his armor of God and became Lord Metatron. That's how I was told anyways. Okay, so this one, I'll show you. This is beautiful. Okay. Couldn't meditate on that for a while. Okay, this one says, the key to the... They must like this one. Okay, the key to the pyramid sphinx in the middle of the earth is the high-frequency solar vehicle given in the symbol of the lion sun and in the symbolic structure of the space-time pyramid, which gives access to all levels of evolution in our zone. The mathematical, astronomical keys to the surrounding higher evolution. So this is the book of the Keys of Enoch. And like I said, I've had this book for a while, and it's white leather, gold bound. It's very beautiful. And I will share more of this with you guys as we go further down the rabbit hole. But I just keep feeling and hearing in my heart, I might have to skip Atlantis and go straight into the mystical United States stuff, because for whatever reason, this is coming into real life right now for us. So we might want to understand some of the foundation of this trust and these ascended masters and the creation of the United States through its esoteric and the battle between light and darkness that was happening, and where some of our symbols came from, and all of this good information. So we'll be getting into that very shortly. So I love you guys. Have a great day or night, wherever you may be, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah.